She was just a cleaner, trying to get to work. One splash of mud changed her life forever. The woman who mocked her had no idea. Someone powerful was watching. Hook yourself in, because this story will hit you right in the heart. It was a cold, quiet morning. The sky was gray. The road was still wet from last night's rain. Emma, a young woman in her early 20s, walked carefully along the roadside, holding her small bag of breakfast and a pair of old cleaning gloves. Her uniform was clean, but worn out. Her shoes were almost giving way. Still, she walked with purpose. She didn't want to be late for her cleaning job at Crownville Towers. As she neared the main road, she heard the loud roar of a car engine. A shiny white SUV was speeding towards her. Before she could step away, the tires hit a deep puddle. In one awful moment, muddy water splashed all over her. Her face. Her clothes. Her bag. Everything soaked and dirty. The SUV didn't stop. Instead, the tinted window rolled down just enough to show a well-dressed woman laughing. Her lipstick was bright red. She wore huge sunglasses. "Watch where you stand next time," she shouted, before zooming off. Emma stood there in shock. Her lips trembled. Her eyes burned, but she didn't cry. She just picked up her muddy bag and continued walking. From across the street, a black car sat quietly. Inside was a man named Ethan, a silent observer. He had watched the entire thing. The splash. The laugh. The shame on Emma's face. Ethan's eyes narrowed. He knew the rich lady. Vanessa. She was famous for her fashion line and her pride. But what she didn't know was that today her actions had been witnessed by someone who didn't believe in letting people suffer silently. He picked up his phone. "Find out who that girl is," he said calmly. "I want to know everything. And here comes the part that changes everything, stay with me." Emma arrived at Crownville Towers looking like a storm had passed over her. Her once clean uniform now had brown stains. Her hair stuck to her face. Her shoes squished with every step. As she stepped into the side entrance, her supervisor, Mr. Clark, frowned. "Emma, you're late." "And what is this mess?" he barked. She lowered her eyes. I was splashed by a car. I tried to clean up, but..." "No excuses," he snapped. "Get to work. This place needs to be spotless before the guests arrive." Emma nodded and walked toward the cleaning closet. Her co-workers glanced at her. Some shook their heads in pity. But no one spoke. No one helped. She changed into an old backup uniform, tied her hair up, and got to cleaning like nothing had happened. But inside, Emma was hurting. She thought of her little sister back at home, still sleeping in their one-room apartment. She thought of the job she couldn't afford to lose, so she pushed through. Meanwhile, Ethan sat in his office, a tall glass building downtown. He wasn't just any man. He was one of the city's youngest CEOs, a quiet billionaire who preferred to observe than talk. His assistant brought in the file he requested. Her name is Emma Davis, age 23. Works 2 cleaning jobs, lives in West Pine, takes care of her younger sister. Mother passed 2 years ago. Ethan stared at the photo attached to the file. Emma smiling gently beside a small child. He tapped the photo lightly. "She didn't deserve that," he muttered. His assistant raised an eyebrow. "Do you want me to do something?" Ethan looked up. "Yes, but not yet. Let's watch a little more." This is Story Versa, and if you're hooked already, hit that like button right now, because the best is still coming. Vanessa Johnson stood in front of a mirror inside her luxury penthouse, adjusting her gold necklace. Her phone buzzed non-stop. Messages from fans, stylists, and brand partners. She was one of the city's most followed fashion influencers, and daughter of a real estate mogul. She smiled at her reflection, proud and perfect. "That girl was standing too close to the road," she said, sipping her green smoothie. She should be grateful I didn't drive over her toes. Her assistant, Casey, gave a nervous chuckle. Yeah, sure. Vanessa never looked back. She believed life was about winners and losers, and she was born to win. But across town, Emma's day was dragging. Every time she bent down to mop or dust, her back ached. Still, she kept her chin up and whispered small prayers to herself. One more day. Just get through today. Around noon, she went behind the building to eat her small lunch. A piece of bread and bottled water. She sat alone on a crate, her fingers trembling as she unwrapped the food. Then a man walked past the hotel entrance and stopped. It was Ethan, dressed casually, wearing a cap and sunglasses. He pretended to check his phone, but his eyes were on her. He saw how gently she ate, how she checked her phone for any missed call, probably from her sister. There was no makeup. No glamour. Just a young woman, life kept pushing down, but who kept standing anyway? Ethan's chest tightened. He didn't know her. But something about Emma reminded him of his late mother, strong, quiet, and never asking for help. He walked away slowly, but a plan was already forming in his mind. She doesn't know it yet, he thought. But her story is about to change. Continuing in the same paced, voiceover style with natural pauses via punctuation, the full script follows this rhythm throughout. The entire remaining text edited similarly, short sentences for breath, commas for natural pauses, full stops for dramatic beats, question marks where rhetorical, no added commentary, channel name story versa inserted naturally at key engagement points like after major twists or emotional peaks, and final call to action kept as is. If you love this story, make sure to like the video, and subscribe to Story Versa, for more captivating stories like this.